Keep it going for Andrew Lafferty. Hell yeah, we're gonna keep that energy going for your next guy tonight. He came here all the way from a different state. Give it up for Sean Bishop.
Was it that easy to tell him from West Virginia? Great. I haven't been able to come to Willow in a while. Which is cool. Great start. I haven't been able to come to Willow in a while. I used to come up here every week, but I've been beating a rape case. Those dolphins never saw me coming. Know what you guys are thinking? I look exactly like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He was fat, white, had a beard, a shitty haircut, a fucked up face, and lived at home with his parents. You'd be right. I also look like a bus driver. But really, I'm unemployed. I went to college in Kaiser, West Virginia. Kaiser's located right in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains. And the town's down in the valley, and up on the hill there's a bunch of windmills. And we used to go party up at the windmills. We'd be up there drinking, smoking, listening to music. And we'd always listen to bands like Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath. Not because any of us were into that music, but man, those windmills, they're big metal fans.
Big metal fan.
You got it, man.
I didn't see anybody else there, did you?
You figured it out. I had a friend named Elle, and Elle was elegant. I had a friend named Ed, and he was educated. And I had a friend named Dre, and Dre had dreams. And now I have a friend named Bob. He's a no-good fucking Italian. You can't trust a damn thing the Wolf says. What do you guys think's harder for a priest, baptizing a cat or making pussy wet? Grandfather clocks right twice a day, but that's only because Grandma died. There's a lot of sayings in the English language, but there's one saying everyone here needs to remember. It's that you can lead a horse to water, but you probably shouldn't fuck them.
Speak for yourself.
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry.
Mr. Hands. People know too much about Union Flower Washington. People use the expression to hit a nail right on top of the head a lot. I think we need to start checking these nails for CTE before they start beating their wives. I used to be a co-manager of an 84 Lumber in Elkins, West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fuck. I love this guy in the front row. He fucking knows everywhere I've been. Just fucking end the joke there. Yeah, Elkins, West Virginia, and I was the youngest guy there, and all my employees were much older than I was. And I had this thin, anemic-looking fellow there named Vinny, and Vinny had a wife that was way out of his league. And Vinny came to me one day and said, "Sean, I've been cheating on my wife. What should I do?" Mind you, I'm not the guy to ask, but I thought about it for a second, and I said, "Vinny, when we frame houses, we don't use screws, we use nails. We don't use screws because when the framing shifts, the screws will snap. We use nails because nails are meant to bend." And Vinny looked at me funny for a second. He said, "Sean, what does that have to do with anything?" I said, "Vinny, if you keep screwing other women, I'm going to nail your wife." They say curiosity killed the cat, but you don't let the cat out of the bag, suffocation killed the cat. Are all blind men Nazis? Was haben Frauen und Hagenaten gemeinsam? Seist du dein Ring ab, ich dein Hausweg? That's a really funny joke in German. I don't know if any of you guys speak German. If you don't, it's all right. I don't either. We'll just have to deal with it. We'll take it. When I was 13, I went to the Michigan at Penn State football game. I knew some of the coaching staff at Michigan, and they gave me all this Michigan gear. And while I was at the bathroom, I was coming back, and some drunk Penn State fan spit on me, which sucked, but definitely not the worst thing to happen to a kid at that stadium.
Too soon, bro.
I mean, Joe Pod died like a year after that. That's fucking 12 years. Here's a 9/11 joke. That's what it is. I'll end on this one. My name's Sean Bishop. I have a goal in life to be the most famous Sean Bishop, which is fortunate because there's not many of us. Like, if you, thank you. People love the start of the jokes and then the ends are just fucking dog shit. Like, if you think about it, in 1981, the second overall draft pick in the NBA draft was a guy by the name of Isaiah Thomas. And then in 1989, a woman in Washington State named her son after him. And that Isaiah Thomas grew up to be one of the greatest point guards in NBA history. How fortunate am I that they weren't named Sean Bishop, because my dream would have ended the moment I got cut from the 6th grade basketball team. Fortunately for me, I just have to be more famous than actor Sean Bishop. Exactly. Who the fuck is that guy? Turns out, actor Sean Bishop's famous for one movie role where he played the eldest son to the main character in the 1977 classic Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Which means right now, as a struggling comic, I'm the second most famous Sean Bishop. Right behind a guy that's been out of work for 46 years. If you guys can leave here tonight and remember I'm Sean Bishop, I'll be the most famous Sean Bishop, right in front of a guy that I can only assume is a homeless man on the streets of Hollywood that once played a secondary character in a movie about communicating with aliens. And I hate alien movies, because they're always about, it's a joke. That's a joke. You don't have to get so fucking offended. Oh no. And I hate alien movies. Because they're always about how do we communicate with the aliens. That's not the problem, guys. Well, what we should be worried about is, can the aliens communicate with spiders? So the aliens just show up and decide to wipe out the human race. They're a bunch of racists. But they can communicate with spiders. Turns out I'm the racist. I don't know if you guys have heard of this Hitler fellow, but let me drop some numbers on you. He's famous for this thing called the Holocaust, where he killed 66% of the Jews in Europe. I've killed 100% of the spiders I've ever fucking seen.
Who's this guy?
Which means if the aliens can communicate with spiders, I'm going to be the dickhead in every alien history book that tried to wipe an entire species off this planet. But if a spider genocide makes me the next Hitler, I'll own it. I'll vow to kill every last one of those 8-legged fucks. Because every single person here knows who Hitler is. Not damn one of you knew who actor Sean Bishop was. I played a win. Thank you guys. I'm Sean Bishop. Have a good fucking night.
One more time for Sean Bishop. West Virginia comedy. It's the best. We're going to keep it going.